Well, in the Indian state of West Bengal, voters are queuing up to vote in the first phase of the crucial assembly elections, even as violence has been reported from Murshidabad and Malda districts. The high-stakes election with the ruling Trinamool Congress against the opposition BJP, which is eyeing to end Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's 15-year rule. According to the Election Commission, as of 11 a.m., polling percentage in West Bengal stood at 41.1%. In Murshidabad, Trinamool Congress workers clashed with the BJP party workers. Both sides pelted stones at each other, while police and central security forces were seen trying to curtail the situation. Earlier, several people were injured after unidentified people hurled crude bomb in Murshidabad. A scuffle had also broken out between TMC workers and AUJP founder Humayun Kabir when he visited the area where the crude bomb incident took place. In fact, separately, BJP leader from Bishnupur, Sumitra Khan, has alleged booth hijacking in Birbhum. In Malda, tensions ran high due to an EVM malfunction at a polling booth. An angry mob of voters, which included BJP candidate from Mothabari, Nirba in Nghosh, surrounded the sector officer when he arrived at the polling booth. Some voters were caught on camera pulling the sector officer's hand and scuffling with them. More than 3.6 crore electors across 16 districts are eligible to cast their votes for 152 seats in first phase of the polling. The ruling Trinamool Congress, led by Mamata Banerjee, is eyeing fourth consecutive stint in power. Illegal immigration, revision of electoral rules and unemployment are among the key issues in these elections. A key look at the key candidates who are on the ballot in the first phase. First up is BJP's Shuvendu Adhikari, the leader of opposition in West Bengal Assembly. That is, Adhikari is a political heavyweight who had defeated Mamata Banerjee from Nandigram seat in 2021 Assembly election. He's pitted against TMC's Pabitra Kar, a long-time associate who had recently joined the TMC in Nandigram. Senior BJP leader and former state president Dilip Ghosh, who has been a prominent face of the BJP's expansion in West Bengal, is contesting from Kharagpur Sadar. Veteran Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is making a comeback to state politics after 25 years and is seen as a crucial move to revive Congress in Murshidabad. He is contesting from the Behrampur Assembly constituency in Murshidabad and is up against BJP MLA Subrata Mehta. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, the incumbent Chief Minister, is contesting from Bhabanipur seat, which will go to polls during the second phase. She is seeking a fourth consecutive term as West Bengal Chief Minister. The remaining 142 seats will go to polls on the 29th. The fate of the 294-member assembly will be revealed on 4th of May when the counting begins.
আপনার নাম?
And getting us live updates from the ground are my colleagues. We have Dharamjot Kaur, who's been getting us ground updates from Bengal. She's joining us live from Nandigram. We also have Siddharth MP, who's joining us live from Chennai as voting is underway for the single phase elections in Tamil Nadu as well. Dharamjot, first, of course, to you. You are live from Nandigram, which is being seen as a prestige battle for both the TMC and the BJP, given that Mamata Banerjee was defeated last time. She was pitted against Shuvendu, of course. But talk to us about the kind of campaigning this constituency has seen and also the latest that you're picking up from the ground, particularly from the Nandigram and the Murshidabad district.
Well, Samiksha, incidents of violence have already been trickling in. It's just been about half a day of voting so far. We still have 5 more hours to go before the voting process ends at 6 p.m. But already many incidents have come forward, especially from Murshidabad and from Malda, two of the districts that have been identified as sensitive areas as far as the elections are concerned. Now, this was something that was also preempted, because of which a lot of security deployment did take place in these areas and other polling stations as well. We have about 250,000 security personnel who are present across all the polling areas as far as phase 1 is concerned in West Bengal. Nandigram, where I am right now, outside of a school where there's a decent number of people still waiting in line to vote. So far, this area has largely remained peaceful. We did see earlier in the day BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari making the rounds across several polling stations to ensure that the polling process has been going on smoothly. So far, in the area that I am, there has been no untoward incident that has been reported at the moment. Having said that, the TMC and the BJP are already leveling allegations at each other with respect to certain polling officials also in the Nandigram district. Now, TMC accused 2 police officials of being biased towards the BJP and therefore hurting the entire fairness of the electoral process, and they filed a complaint with the Election Commission asking for those officials to be removed. The BJP, on the other hand, has been accusing TMC of using its party workers to disturb a lot of the polling process across several polling stations. There have been visuals, disturbing ones, that have come out of Malda and Murshidabad, where workers of both parties have been seen clashing with each other. So clearly some aspects of violence taking place here and there. Hopefully something that the security personnel can get under control, given the number of them who have been deployed across all these regions, keeping in mind the sensitivity of this entire process, Samiksha.
Yes. Dharamjot, stay with us. In fact, talking about the Congress as well, that is eyeing to make inroads in the state, given that it failed to open account in the state in the last elections. Talk to us about the kind of manifesto promises that's been made by the Congress, and you've been speaking to the people on the ground. Does it seem that the Congress has managed to strike a chord among the masses?
Well, there is one thing that I have noticed in the past few days, Samiksha, is that given the nature of this election, everybody knows that how high octane it is, how violence can erupt in places. There aren't a lot of people who are openly wishing to speak about which party they are explicitly supporting or voting for, but many of them have openly voiced their concerns with respect to the issues that they want addressed, and they are okay with whatever party can address those issues best. There are certain pockets across West Bengal in which there is a certain wave of anti-incumbency, people who want to see a change in governance after 15 years of TMC's rule led by Mamata Banerjee. There are others who are more comfortable with the current status quo. They do not want that to change. They're comfortable being under the leadership of somebody they already know for the past so many years. So there is a bit of a divide in terms of who the people will be voting for. It's going to be a very close contest, as it was even in 2021. Just to bring out to our viewers' attention, there were more than 50 seats in the last assembly election, Samiksha, where the people who had won the election had won with a very, very narrow margin. We're talking about just a couple of thousand seats or less. So that is the kind of high-octane, close election that we're looking at unfolding in West Bengal right now. There are a lot of issues that people are talking about. As far as the Congress is concerned, there isn't much of presence that has been seen on the ground in terms of voter support. Also because the Congress parted its ways with the left front and is contesting as an independent party altogether in the state. So whether or not it ends up finding some representation in West Bengal is a big question. It's clearly going to be an uphill battle for them, because this is clearly a bipolar contest between the BJP and the TMC.
All right, Dharamjot, thank you for the moment. So sporadic cases of violence that have been reported as of now. We will go across to Dharamjot again. In fact, Siddharth is also reporting. He's live from Chennai. Siddharth, I'll request you to stay on with us. Just a quick backdrop for our audience. In the southern state of Tamil Nadu, where elections are underway for the 234-member assembly, the polls are being seen as a direct contest between the ruling DMK-led alliance and the NDA, in which the AIADMK is the principal force along with the BJP. Actor-turned-politician Vijay is also in the fray, which is seen by many as the wildcard entry in Tamil Nadu politics. 37.56 turnout has been recorded as of 11 a.m. So, incumbent Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, who is eyeing to script electoral history by etching his name among the rare politicians who've managed to retain power in the state of Tamil Nadu since the 1970s, where political power has essentially alternated between the DMK and the AIADMK. Yes, Siddharth, if you can give us the latest updates that you're picking from the ground and talk to us about the kind of issues that are going to dominate people's mind as they cast their votes.
So now what you can see behind us is, despite the heat and humidity being at its peak in Chennai, despite being lunchtime, there are people queuing up in good numbers. This goes on to show that we can expect a very good turnout this time, given that the numbers were also deleted. For example, a lot of voters' repeat entries and multiple entries were deleted as part of the SIR process, which means that naturally there's going to be a hike in the number of polling percentage that will be available at the end of the day. Already we're given to understand that it should have exceeded 40%. Like you mentioned, it was 37% as of 11 a.m. But now, given that it's almost 1:30, it's likely that it's almost gotten to 40 or 50%. And by the end of the day, we're almost hoping for 80 to 85%. That's the kind of number that is expected. And this is pretty good a turnout, considering that there have been some issues, because there have been many people who are complaining that they've been stuck on traffic on the highways. There have been some people who've been complaining that they wanted to go from big cities such as Chennai to their native places to vote. But then the inadequacy in bus services and then unavailability of tickets and adequate seats on buses have been a dampener for many. Many are stuck on highways. So there's even the Tamil Nadu Vettri Kazhagam Vijay's party that raised the issue of possibly increasing the polling time for 2 hours. That is, extending it beyond the existing 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. so that more people can get back to their respective booths or hometowns and then exercise their right to vote. So this is the kind of request that Vijay's party has put forth, considering that there's been some delays. Even in some places we're hearing that the process is slightly delayed because the transition time from one voter to another, the time it takes, that is said to be slightly long in certain places. So that is a bit of a concern. But overall, it is an incident-free voting process in Tamil Nadu. It's always peaceful. There's never any significant issues. So that's also what we're getting to see this time around. All the VVIPs and important voters and celebrities, all of them have come and exercised their right to vote, be it the Chief Minister, be it the opposition leader, be it Vijay, who is hoping to be the disruptor this time around. Then there are several actors from the Tamil film industry. All of them have voted in the first half of the day itself. And perhaps now we've reached the halfway mark, or in fact even exceeded the halfway mark. And it's only about 5 hours that remain before polling closes today.
Yes, Siddharth, stay with us, and like you mentioned, it of course remains to be seen whether that polling time is extended or not. But talking about the TVK entry and other regional allies as well, which are those regional parties which could possibly emerge as kingmakers in the state of Tamil Nadu?
See, it's always been a bipolar contest in Tamil Nadu. As far as the third force is concerned, it's only TVK that is a large third force. Prior to the emergence of TVK, one party that made a huge impact was Seeman's Naam Tamizhar Katchi, a lesser known party. It's not a widely known national political party, so to speak. But this party has had its support in certain bases in Tamil Nadu, and they got reasonably good numbers in the 2024 parliamentary polls, which was the last time, about 8% vote share, which was pretty good. But now that Vijay is in the fray, there is a likelihood that all small parties' votes could get eroded and Vijay could gain from all of them. Be it the DMK and ADMK, the established powers, even their votes could go, their established votes could go to Vijay. And there's also a possibility that smaller parties like that of Seeman's Naam Tamizhar Katchi, even their votes could be, garnered by Vijay's popularity and Vijay's fame. Remember, this is an actor who has now gotten into politics in the last 2 years. At the peak of his career, he's barely about the age of 50. And this is an actor who's at the peak of his career. He's had more than 3 decades long time in the film industry, and he's got a massive image. And that image is what people are wary of, because he's also been portraying it in such a way that all the established parties, be it the ADMK front or the DMK front, all of them are trying to place hurdles on its way. That's the kind of narrative that Vijay has put forth. He's saying he's been appealing to the people, to his fans and followers, that he left behind a life of luxury and he's come to serve the people and to owe them a debt of gratitude. So this is the kind of narrative and emotional push that Vijay has brought in to this whole poll narrative. In fact, Vijay is also an actor whose film release has been delayed after he got into politics. In the last 6 months, there's been a lot of issues with regards to his film release. Even now, the film is not released. It got leaked online. So he's been facing challenge after challenge. So we have to wait and see what kind of emotional impact this has on the minds of the youth, on the minds of the women voters who are significant in number.
Yes, so that's rightly put. Of course, remains to be seen whether the TVK shapes the political dynamics in any way across the state of Tamil Nadu or not. Appreciate you joining us and getting us all those updates.